Okay, I think we're live. Yes, okay, we are live. This is a very interesting day, the day before January 6th. I always do a meditation before the meditation to find out what I'm supposed to do at the meditation. And today I was really moved to draw an oracle card, and it said joy, to be in joy. And I thought, okay, well, I'm pretty happy all the time, but I thought, okay. Since then, I have found out there was a massive earthquake in California. A levee near Sacramento is about to break. People have been told to evacuate, but the roads are out, the bridges are out. So they called for help, and they said, okay, you have to shelter in place. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in a flood and had to shelter in place. I have. That can be pretty dangerous, and it's not fun. It's one thing to have your stuff destroyed and come home and say, oh gosh, and it's something else to be in the middle of it. So our prayers go out to all of you in Northern California, from Sacramento further north. Hollister, I think, was affected on Highway 9. So if you're familiar with California, you know what I'm talking about. So if you were planning to travel to that area, I suggest you don't go, or double check your route before you go, since some of the pictures I saw showed huge boulders in the road. It showed roads just literally split apart and a lot of the bridges out. So stay away from Highway 9 for sure. So I have a lot of friends in California, so my prayers are with you as well. Sorry. So, joy. The other thing I learned today is humanity. Well, I didn't learn this today. Humanity is now free. Okay, this is going to get weird for some of you, especially if you're not awake, but we have been in a matrix and we have been trapped. And the trap was a base on the moon. Yes, the moon isn't what you think it is. The real moon that Earth had was destroyed a long time ago, and the moon we have now is actually a think of it as a Death Star, like in what was it, Star Wars had the Death Star. Think of it as the Death Star, and it trapped human souls from reincarnating. So you were trapped here on Earth forever once you came here, which is not true in the rest of the multiverse. You got to move around from planet to planet, place to place, and learn new things as a soul, but not here. Excuse me. So that base was taken out some time ago, but now it is, everything that it was doing is completely shut down. We now have a direct channel to the divine and crystalline energy, which is what our bodies are in the process of changing into, is crystalline energy. That's the vibration that we're moving towards. And it was blocked before by all of the garbage that was being done to humanity. What are they called? Things in the sky, I forgot. People think they're chemtrails, and people think they're chemtrails. Yeah, I accidentally said the right word. The chemtrails to block us and poison us, and the what that we were supposed to get that was actually the virus itself. So all of that is coming to an end. Our fake government that shouldn't be there is going to be taken down. So it's time for everyone to wake up, because it's up to us to save the United States if you want to save it. And every country is going through this. It's not just the US. A lot of countries have already woken up. Their governments have been taken over and replaced Some of the governments in some places, there's a lot of rioting and the people are taking back their government. For some reason in the United States, we're putting up with this. I don't know why. I'm not advocating violence, but why aren't you protesting? Why aren't you complaining? Anyway, it's all going to come to an end very, very soon. I hope you're ready. Don't worry about financial collapse. That's just fear porn. There's a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, you gotta have all that." Well, we could have a full shutdown. I'm usually not political, but I feel people need to be warned. We could end up with martial law as we try to get this country back out of the hands of the cabal and the deep state, who are all being taken out. Madam Pelosi has been executed. They tried to, the deep state tried to take over Guantanamo and they were taken out. So it's all about to come to a head. So get ready. And it's not going to be bad, but what it has to be is we have to work with each other. We have to cooperate. We have to come together. I don't care what political party you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what color you are. We are all one. We are humanity and we're in this together, and we need to come together and support each other. And that's probably why I got the word joy. Be in a place of joy. Love your neighbors, love your friends, love your family, love everybody, because this is, this is where the, what do they call it? The something meets the road. Anyway, this is it. There's no more waiting. This is the time. And it's between now and March that it's all going to happen and come down and stop. And we are the ones that have to come together, not fight each other, not argue each other. We have to come together as one, as a united humanity. And in case you don't know it, we're not alone on this planet. We're not the first beings to be here. We were brought here as slaves. And there are other beings here who were here before us. But as we move into more crystalline light, you're going to start remembering who you are. If you don't already see auras, you're going to start seeing auras. Your ability to be telepathic is going to open up if it hasn't already. You will understand what people are thinking. You will just know when they're lying or not. So people who lie to us, they're not going to get away with it anymore. And we've been lied to a lot. Some of us have been awake a lot longer than others. But those of us who are awake are here to help those of you who either aren't awake or aren't fully awake or need to wake up. And we're here to help you. So be at peace, be in love, be in joy. It's not the end of the world. Well, it might be for some people in California. Apparently there were some cars underwater and they lost some of the occupants. But for the 8 billion people on Earth, they're not all going to die. There's plenty of room on Earth. There's some idiot yahoos out there saying there's not enough room on Earth. Well, if you've ever been in an airplane and looked out the window, you saw lots of open land. There's land everywhere. Okay, if you live on the coast, you might not believe that, but if you go inland, there's lots. And there's lots of land on all the continents. So we don't need to worry about energy either, because energy will be free. That's coming as well. So be in joy, be in hope, be in love, and figure out what you need to do to be ready so that you can weather the storm during the transition. And don't worry about details. It's all going to work out. Hopefully you won't have to leave your home. If you do, get your go bag ready now. And in Denver, I saw the go bags that they meant. It had like paper towels and toilet paper. That's the least of your worries when you have to run from home. Get your important papers, get a change of clothes and some underwear and an extra pair of shoes, especially shoes you don't mind walking in case your car runs out of gas and you have to walk. That's what you need in your go bag. And I also have one of those little plastic things that filter water in case you have to drink from a stream, and a pot to to boil water in and cook if you need to. And you can get these little packets of instant food. So you just add the water and boil it, and you've got something to eat. Or, if you grab a can of beans or something, that's pretty heavy. And water is heavy, so you don't want to carry those things. You want to have something that's dehydrated or freeze-dried or jerky, things like that you can put in your bag, and then make sure that the bag isn't too heavy. I made a bag and I picked it up. It was too heavy, so I had to take a lot of stuff out. But then I tend to have a lot of stuff. So I had to downsize and shrink things up. But just be ready and don't be afraid. There's a direct line to our ultimate creator source, whatever you want to call them. Divine is what I usually call them. It's not a him, but him, her. There's no, outside of fifth density, there is no gender. It's just, in order to procreate in 3D, you need to have a gender. So your soul decided you wanted to be a boy or a girl. Accept it and enjoy it. You don't have to change, because ultimately you're both anyway. Okay, enough lecturing. How about a meditation? So let me get, I didn't get my stuff. I usually have it already open. So let me get this ready so that we can do a joy meditation. So let's do a share screen. And I'll start some music. Now, the music, as you know, is binaural beats. So if you have a headset, you should put that on, because it improves the, it improves the music, and it balances your brain and improves your brain. I have speakers, so I get different input in each ear because they're stereo speakers. If you don't have stereo speakers or a headset, that's okay. You can still do the meditation. And remember that you can sit, you can stand, you can walk purposely around in a circle, or you can lay down. You meditate in whatever posture you feel best is for you. If you're one of those people that can't sit still, then don't sit. Stand up. If you can't even stand still, then walk in a little circle. Walk purposely, slowly, minding your breath and minding your thoughts. If you lay down, put something under your head and under your knees, but don't lay down if you're really tired, because you'll just fall asleep. Okay, so sit up straight, feet flat on the floor, and go into your inner space. And I will now start the music and we'll start the meditation. Okay. We connect ourselves to the earth, ground ourselves deep within Mother Earth. And we ask Mother Earth to send her healing yin energy up into our base chakra and our feet. And as this energy enters us, it calms us, it heals us, it grounds us even further. And as it moves into our feet become very relaxed, very heavy. And it moves into our lower leg, and it becomes heavy and relaxed. And as it fills our leg, any pains just go away and are healed. And it moves into our knees, and it heals our knees. And it moves into our thighs, and it heals our thighs. and completely relaxes the lower part of our body. And now it moves into our torso, washing our organs with its healing energy, and all of our major blood vessels, and our nervous system, and our spine, and all of our lower chakras, healing them, balancing them, soothing them, and into our fingers and hands, and into our arms and shoulders, and again removing any and all pain or aches or concerns. And as it moves into our head, all of our worries and concerns of the day are just washed away. They'll be there later, so you don't need to worry about them. Just allow yourself to be at peace. Forgive anyone that you have not forgiven. Forgive yourself first. Or if you haven't forgiven yourself, you can't forgive others. And as you forgive, you notice you become lighter and lighter. And this lightness creates gratitude. And gratitude creates joy. And joy heals the heart. And now we call on the yang energy of the sun to come down into our crown chakra. And as it does, it mixes and combines and joins with the yin of the earth. It warms us and harmonizes and balances us. Every cell in our body, all our bones, all of our nerves and brain, all of our vessels, all of our organs, all of our glands, and all the other structures. We are now completely healed and pain-free. Our heart is filled with joy for being a human on earth and enjoying the light from our beautiful sun. We are now filled with infinite energy, and we can return to this state at any time by our intention. Healed, pain-free, filled with joy. And now, just listen to what your own soul has to say to you. Is there anything you need to know? Anything you need to do? Anyone you need to speak with? Just listen to what the information is your soul wants to share with you. Okay. Going to slowly begin our journey back into our bodies. Think about all that you were told so that you'll remember it. And then just slowly start to wiggle your toes, or if you're walking or standing, you may want to sit down. If you're laying down, you may want to get up now. And just start breathing normally and slowly coming back into the room. Remember, you never want to come back quickly because that will give you a headache. So you just want to always come back gently and slowly. And I always suggest after meditating that you write in your journal and just write down what insights you got from your soul today. Since we didn't travel out into the galaxy anywhere, we just stayed here and spoke to our own higher self, or whatever you call that, your soul, your spirit. And we thank Mother Earth for her healing energy. And we thank the sun for his warming, yang energy that allows us to thrive. And just think about the messages that you got. I know I got quite a few. Hopefully you did as well. And just remember, no matter what happens over the next couple of months, to be in joy and that humanity is finally free. And we can rejoice knowing that we can now take responsibility for ourselves. We no longer have controllers telling us what to do, how to live, when to live, what to do with our life. As we go into our new Aquarian age in cooperation with everyone around us, our friends, our families, our neighbors, as we join and come together in this new world that we're manifesting. Thank you for being with us. Remember to be the light you want to see in the world. Namaste.